guys, welcome to today's video. Today is a very special video that I'm super excited about. It is sponsored by Sephora. I have not quite 30,000 subs. I've been here for 3.5 years, I think, maybe longer, and it's taken me this long. I'm so delighted. It's a milestone for me, but I have to thank you because I wouldn't have a sponsored video if it wasn't for the fact that you're watching, you're making comments, you're engaging, and hopefully you're liking the videos, or you might be hate watching, and that's okay too. Everything I'm doing today is from Sephora and Sephora.com. We're doing a Sephora haul, and we're doing some fantastic products that are new and a couple that are not new. I've had these things for about a week, so this is not a first impressions, and the two things you need to know about are the Fenty Eaze Drop Stick Foundation, looks like this, and the Makeup Forever HD Concealer looks like this. And of course, something fell. If you're not a member of the Sephora Beauty Insider program, I gotta ask why. It's completely free. It's super easy. You can do it in store, you can do it online. I will leave a link below that'll bring you right there. There's 3 different tiers. There's Insider when you first join, there's VIB, and there's Rouge, c'est moi. So I spend a certain amount of money every year. I think it's $1,000, not 100% sure. And when Sephora has their sales, I get 20% off. And another thing that nobody talks about that I realized recently, I was looking for a product that was just selling out really, really fast. And every time I went, when I wasn't signed in, it wasn't available. But when I did sign in, it was available. So I have a feeling that Rouge members get first dibs on things once in a while at least when it's flying out and a little more stock is coming back in. So there are benefits besides the discounts. I get a birthday gift every year, which I quite enjoy, and it's a risk-free way to get some good things. So before we get started with the Eaze Drop, I got a new sunscreen. This is the Super Goop Unseen Sunscreen SPF 40. As you can see here, it is 100% clear, and it is avobenzene, homosalate, octasalate, and octocrylene. Water and sweat resistant for 40 minutes, so you can wear this on a hike and sweat a little bit and you're going to be okay. But what I really like about this is there's a lot of cones in it, or feels like it. I haven't looked at the ingredients. So it gives you a beautiful primer effect. I also really like the fact that I'm not as shiny as I usually am. A little bit of shine, but it's not too bad. Many of my sunscreens leave me super, super shiny, and some of them leave me a little bit white. This leaves nothing. I'm just going to tell you a few things that they are saying. Invisible, yes. Weightless, once it's on, not in your hand. Scentless sunscreen with a broad spectrum SPF with skincare benefits. Good for all skin types, normal, dry, combo, oily, and the benefits are for fine lines, wrinkles, pores, dullness, and uneven texture. Again, because of that kind of primer effect, it helps with your texture. It has red algae, which is good for blue light. It has frankincense, which is very calming. I actually have frankincense oil that I use after microneedling. I don't do microneedling anymore, but 2 years ago I did it once a month. And it has a complex derived from meadow foam seed, which helps to increase hydration levels. So all good things. And I've had this on for, I don't know, 20 minutes, letting it kind of set up, and we're going to go on with the Fenty. So it is Eaze Drop Stick, Blur and Smooth Tint Stick Foundation. That's a lot of words. They're saying that it's light coverage and long wear, and like I said, I've used this maybe 5-6 times. It's buildable coverage. You can get light out of this, but I'm getting pretty good, and I'm going to show you how in a second. And long wear, absolutely. 14 hours easy out of this, especially if you powder it. It smooths texture and instantly blurs while melting into skin for a natural finish. So now I have 2 blurring products. Yes, they say it's a natural finish and it's crease proof. It resists fading and transferring, and it doesn't oxidize. Yay. I really appreciate that. So let's go on, and I'm going to show you 2 ways that I work with this. First of all, it looks like yay, and it has this invisible, clear, it's not invisible, little thing you put on top. And I like this. I keep this on because I don't want the stick to dry out. I'm sure that's why it's there. And we're going to do this side of the face. I'm super red today. I'm not sure why. But I was doing a little watering outside. It was back and forth, and I can't imagine I got too much sun. And then I did do a little exfoliation. So I did it pretty heavy right where my red cheeks are. And I'm going to work it in with my finger. So I'm pulling and a little patting too, because I really want that to mesh and melt in with the skin. And you can see it's easy to get some coverage with this. I'm the shade 6, by the way. I'm not as red on the forehead, so I went a little bit lighter right there, but I certainly could add some, and I may. But look at that. I'm going to bring you in. If it's not too humid or hot out, I can get away without powder, and I oftentimes do. But when I do powder, if it gets a little hotter on powder, and I'll show you what that looks like. So this is coverage, you guys. It's not light coverage. I think this is a solid medium coverage, side to side. You tell me. But I have, like I said, used this many times, and there are times when I'd use less and just get a little bit of something. Now, another way you can use it was with a brush. This brush is from Kat Von D. It's a powder brush. I know they changed their name, but it's old. And I got this because Hindosh used to use this on his foundations. And while you can use a flat brush, what I like about this is I can go patting where I want coverage, and then I can do this kind of action where I just need a little bit so it matches my cheeks. And I'll pick it up this way, but you could put it on your hand and then pick it up, or you can put it on your face and blend it out. I haven't tried that. I think this is the way for me to go. And I'm just going to do. I find that this application, a little less coverage, but still the redness is now gone, and much faster than the fingers. And then kind of do these little light strokes like it's a paintbrush, just to even everything out and make sure that there's no discernible, ooh, you put a little bit more over here and you didn't blend out kind of a line, if you will, even though there's not a line. Just a little bit less coverage. Super fast this way. Very, very nice. It's super comfortable. It feels like nothing, and it lasts a long, long time. I'm super pleased with this, and I'm very surprised that I was able to find a shade, because online the pictures look a little different than me, but I think it's pretty good. It is called a neutral, a cool neutral, I think they're calling it. I don't think it's incredibly cool. I just want to add some where my redness is on my neck. And just light buff. I'm barely touching, just so it doesn't look super obvious. Now we have to do something about the under eyes, right? I have a feeling I got some mascara under my eyes. I didn't clean very well. So let me first approach that. Okay, now we're ready to do some concealers. I got 2 colors, and I will tell you what the colors are down below in the description box, as I always do. Everything is down in the description box. Did I already say that? I think this is 1.5. That's what she looks like. A good color for me for winter, probably. And 2.2 in neutral, I believe, is this one. You guys, it wouldn't be a video from me if I didn't drop at least 4 things. I'm going to take my Westman Tillier brush because of this shape. It fits right here so well, and right here. And I'm blending these 2 colors together on my hand. This sets up super quick, you guys. So I probably actually let it on my hand a little too long for a good blend, but we're going to do it anyway. There we go. Let's see if you can see that. I'm just going to pat it. Just work on the little lines so everything is a little even. The lines right here where you can see that redness, I want that to be a little smoother. And look at that. I'm going to bring you in and you can see side to side. What really nice coverage I'm getting. I don't feel that it's full coverage, but I feel that it looks like skin. It doesn't look like I'm wearing product under my eyes. And I really, really like that, especially because I'm older than God and my under eyes are a disaster area. They're just, despite my best efforts and my skincare, my sunscreen, and everything that I try, I'm still getting older. I don't mind getting older so much as I mind my under eyes getting older. All right, doing good. So this is what they're saying. It's a featherweight, buildable concealer that visibly smooths, brightens, corrects under eyes with an undetectable real skin finish and 24 hours of wear. Medium coverage, natural finish, and I would say yes, yes, yes. And highlighted ingredients is a smooth skin complex, which is composed of jojoba oil to hydrate the skin, hyaluronic acid, and snow mushroom, which actually is very hydrating. I think this is the mushroom that holds something like 1,000 times its weight in water. That's a great little thing to have. All right, so there we go. Now I have a couple of other products I wanted to try. First of all, Fenty Beauty has these blushes. You've seen them. I have several of them. And what I like about these is the formula isn't tacky. So like this, it's super smooth. There's no tacky weirdness going on here, like with some products. And this color is the new one. It's called Riri. So I think there are 4 new colors. And Riri is kind of this mauvey, plummy kind of thing, which I used to wear colors like this all the time when I was in my 20s. And I kind of have an aversion to it now because I've worn it so much. But lately I've been kind of craving a color like this, and I think it works for my skin really, really well. It looks like this is a natural blush for me. Now, I have already posted this, but why not add it to it, right? The Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. Are you kidding me? So pretty, so great for people who don't want the drama or the darkness from the Glam palette, which I also love. This gives you those taupies with a little bit less depth of tone, which for me, great for every day. And I'm just going to take this and kind of put it almost everywhere. Give myself a little bit of a, what's it called? A socket, which I do not have. I haven't prepped my eyes or anything. I just want to be a little bit more finished. It just makes such a big difference for me because I'm so hooded to have a little bit of color here, and these colors very much suit me. I love this palette. It's going to be right out here. It's going to be my new go-to really fast or want to have fun palette, because you can do both with that one. Now, mascara. I recently got this new Dior mascara. It's not new on the market, it's new to me. I was at Sephora and I thought my Charlotte Tilbury, which I love, in the brown color, I'm almost out of it. I just got it at Sephora sale. So I need something else, and I thought, let me try this, because I am going to get the Charlotte Tilbury when I'm done with it. But I wanted to try something brown that didn't have that warmth to it, because that's almost a berry brown, because, you know, when your eyes are a little bit smaller, you're hooded, the whole thing, I feel that black can be very harsh, and it can make my eyes look even smaller. And that's it. I'm not even going to do eyeliner. I'm not going to fill in my brows. I kind of use it, I think. But this is such an easy look. This stick, super fast with the brush, really, really fast. I really enjoy this sunscreen. I love that it's water resistant and sweat resistant, because I'm a sweaty Betty for up to 40 minutes. So that's really, really nice. But I think it also helps with blurring everything out. Let's check the pores. It's like I got the double blur action here. Looks really, really nice. I will say that if I wanted to powder it, I did try it the other day when it was really humid and hot. And I tried it with the Kosas powder, which I also find has a beautiful blurring effect. So I just want to show you, not that I feel I need powder today, but I want to show you what's going to happen if I do powder. And the concealer, I don't feel that it really needs to be powdered, honestly. But we'll just do a teeny bit. Whatever's left on the brush. And just a bit on the forehead, but I honestly don't feel that I need it. I love this combo because I can go without powder, where sometimes I look quite shiny with my other sunscreens. That is it. This is a thumbs up for me. As I said, I've had this for about a week, and I have used it, I would say I've used it almost every time I put on foundation, actually, since I've got it. I think I did something the other day different. I don't remember what, but that is fantastic. And another thing I like about this is you can travel with this. You know what I mean? Just do a little poop, poop, poop. If, for me, my cheeks are getting a little too red, or I've eaten and somehow it was greasy and rubbed off a little bit, I can just do that. It's fantastic. This, I have tried this on top of my foundation. Once in a while, it happens to me where I space out when I'm doing my skincare and I sit down and do my foundation. It has happened. And, oh no, I forgot to put on sunscreen. And you're kind of stuck. And usually I use the powder, the sunscreen powders, but that doesn't give you a whole lot of protection. That's something I prefer to use for a boost later in the day after my sunscreen's been on for a while. This I have put over my foundation. It doesn't wrap my foundation. You do have to be careful with your application. You don't smear it all over the place. But I did feel that I needed to redo my blush. But still, I'm just saying, under foundation, and they're not saying this, but I'm telling you, you can try this over your foundation without ruining anything. And these from Makeup Forever, I think they look great. Again, since I got these, which is about a week ago, I've used this every single day with a brush. Works like a dream. If I want fuller coverage, I have other things to go to, the Tom Ford. But I find that if you're using a foundation that isn't full coverage, it looks a little awkward to have a full coverage under your eyes. Same thing, if you're using a full coverage on your face to go in with something that's lighter coverage under your eyes, it still is going to look a little weird. So this is lovely for me. And that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Thanks for following, thanks for supporting, and thanks to you, I get to thank Sephora one more time for partnering with me. And until we meet again, be safe and smart, and I'm wishing you good health.